Hey friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and I sell them hopefully for a profit. Today is Thursday, July 31st. These are the things that sold in the last 24 hours. I have 4 or 5 items here, a gross sales amount of $94.73. The first is a belt, and it's pretty just a plain basic belt. I always check the holes and the buckle just to make sure that those are okay. This is Carhartt. And unfortunately, on a lot of Carhartt items, most Carhartt items, there's a style number on the label. It's very like plainly labeled as long as the label's not faded. And unfortunately, that was not the case with this. So I just searched Carhartt belt. And of course, that's really too broad of a term for searching. But the average sale price is $25.47 with a 12% sell-through rate. Now, I either, in the last 24 hours, I either took way too low of offers or I was sending out offers that were lower. I used Prime Lister to send out 30% off offers on Poshmark. I usually do 20%. I did 30%. This was accepted. So I had it listed for $20, and based on the size, the color, a more specific style, I had it listed at 20, and then it sold for 14 on Poshmark. So I spent $1 on it at my new favorite thrift store, and that makes my profit $10.05. I have had a slow July, like a lot of people. I'm not like down on myself about it. I'm just being realistic about it. Like, it was just a low month. Partially my fault. I did a lot of traveling, June and July. Also, summer slowdown is a thing. I truly believe it's a thing. So I was just really trying to kind of end the month well, you know? I don't know how well I did at doing that, but here we are. I made a few sales. So this next item that's sold on Poshmark. Did I tell you that? This is one of those days when I have like a million things to do. I have like 8 hours worth of things to do in like 3.5 hours. So I feel a little like, you know, this is a bra, Curvy Couture. Curvy Couture. Yep. It has kind of a meshy, I don't know, whatever, little dangly thing here. This did not have a good sell-through rate. It looked like a nice bra, and it is in pretty good condition. See just a little bit of like deodorant marks. I have a pair of like hose, like tights, that I just keep in my drawer here for when I notice little things like deodorant marks that I missed earlier. Oh boy. Okay. Of course. Curvy Couture. Can I say it? No, I cannot. Curvy Couture bra has an average sale price of $14.89 with a 15% sell-through rate. This is like a larger cup size, larger band size. Again, I went based on a little more specific style, like underwire, padded, size, color, all of those things. When I listed it for $14.95. Someone offered me $10 and I accepted. Again, probably could have eked out a few more dollars if I had waited longer, but I really was just trying to sell as much as I possibly could. So for $10 on eBay with shipping, they paid $15.86. It did only take 2 weeks to sell, probably because I accepted such a low offer and, you know, already had it priced on the lower side anyway. But the sell-through rate being so low, I tend to do that anyway with the sell-through rate being low. There's one thing in here, I think it might be the last thing, that I actually do kind of the opposite with, and I can talk about that a little bit, but Anyway, this took 2 weeks to sell. I found it in the bins, the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. I average most of my items at $2 per item when I go to the bins. With bras, I only say $1 because they are so lightweight. And so with shipping, my cost of goods, and my fees, that makes my profit $7.42. I usually like to make like $15 on per item. That's just kind of my goal in profit. But with bras and like hats, there's some other items that it just doesn't bother me as much if it's a lower profit. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I do like to send bras in boxes. These are 8x6x4 that I get on eBay with my shipping supply coupon. What did I do with that other box? Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm losing my mind. Belts, if I sell them on Poshmark, this is a 1096L box, and they just fit really nicely in there. I probably should have put like some fill in there, but I didn't. All right, this is another, I don't know if this is a bra or a sports bra. I mean, it's sports bra like. This is called the Conscious Crop, and it's Athleta. And I got it at a liquidation store. This has a terrible sell-through rate. Does it say Conscious Crop on here? And when I bought them, I bought like 6 of them, and I think this is the first one that's sold, which is a little sad, especially like I've had this for 13 months. It's kind of strange because like I went to go buy these for my daughter, and it felt like they were more expensive than what I'm selling mine for. I don't know what it is. She didn't particularly like this pattern, but she likes that style, the Conscious Crop. It's like a little bit more modest. It's just higher and lower here, and she wears hers for a swimsuit top, which looks adorable on her. Man, I am out of tie-back mailers. I'm pretty sure I ordered some. Anyway, the Athleta Conscious Crop has an average sale price of $16.60 with a 25% sell-through rate. Like I said, I have, 6 of them still in various sizes and colors, and they're just not a good seller for me for whatever reason. I had them listed, I think for 25. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I have them listed too high. But like I said, when I go to like buy them, it seems like that's where they're listed. So I'm not sure. I probably just have them priced too high. So anyway, it sold for $15 on Poshmark after 13 months. The liquidation store, I think they were priced at $8, and then it was at 90% off. So I spent 80 cents each on them, and my profit is $11.20. That's, not terrible for that, especially it's a multi-quantity listing, and return on my investment is pretty high there. However, 13 months and only selling one, that's not ideal. Okay, this is a vintage skirt. Let me show you the label first. This is Midnight Run Plus. It is very sheer, and it's a maxi skirt, maxi length. It's also a plus size, and it is a patchwork. And this has been selling really well. Patchwork, anything has been selling pretty well, it seems like. So this I definitely took a lower offer on, and it was one of those like, I'm just gonna do it. I don't know. Anyway, a vintage maxi patchwork skirt has an average, and I think I added plus to the search this morning, has an average sale price of $29.76 with a 13% sell-through rate. Sell-through rate is pretty low, but because of the uniqueness of it, I actually had this priced at $40, and someone offered me $20. Ugh, that's tough. But I went ahead and accepted. You know what I did? Sure enough. God, that's frustrating. Why do I do that? So I reused a poly mailer or a padded flat rate, and I did not cover the label that it was sent to me. Oh, that's frustrating. You know what I think I can do? I can just take a blank label and put it over the top. Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna remember that I have to do that. Hopefully I'll remember that I have to do that. Okay. Yeah, so I accepted a $20 offer. That's probably, I don't know. It's probably okay. I mean, it is okay. I'm making money. I made a decent amount of money on that skirt, especially, you know, I spent $2 on it. So my profit's $14, and I bought this at my new favorite thrift store. Again, there's a few things from there, I think. 2 things. And let's see. Did I tell you everything? These, no shipping costs because it's Poshmark. My cost of goods was $2. It took 3 months to sell. My profit is $14. And I'm covering the label because I'm just reusing these padded flat rates that someone sent something to me in. And when I say someone, like I ordered something. All right, last sale. This one's good, like decently good. This is a linen, it's 100% linen Chico's, and it's a size 3, which is an extra large. It says extra large, but then here it says, no, it does say extra large. US size extra large. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes it says like the number size, like 16, 18, something like that. So this is called, first of all, it was $69 originally. And this is called the Knit Top Cool Brush Easy Linen Tee Top SS, which I assume means short sleeves. Knit pattern Tranquil Turquoise. It is very tranquil, isn't it? Anyway, this I loved. I thought it was so cute. I love finding 100% linen, anything, really. Chico's is good, in my opinion. So, don't mind the plain. I am trying to make sure I get this done before the mail carrier comes, because I don't have time to go to the post office this morning. But I also like have to get some laundry done, and my laundry was going, and it just seems like there's like, you know, when you have 8 hours worth of stuff to do and 3.5 hours to do it, and then other things happen that you're like, I do not have time for interruptions. Just felt like that this morning. Another one, I buy some stuff off Poshmark sometimes. My teenage daughters do too as well. Wait a minute. I didn't sell that on Poshmark. I need to use poly mailer. Okay. Glad I caught that one. Goodness. Okay, so a Chico's linen t-shirt, and then filtered by new, has an average sale price of $19.59 with a 25% sell-through rate. So this is the one that I said I kind of did opposite. Even though 25% is not a huge sell-through rate, I just have enough experience with 100% linen items and the size and the pattern. It seems like Chico's, the more patterny it is, the better. The size being an extra large. I actually priced this at $30, and then with the 20% off, actually I think I priced it at $28 or $29. I think it's $28.95 is what I priced it at. So it sold for $23.96. With shipping, they paid $29.87. It sold in 10 days. And again, I think because I had it priced right. I had it priced where I should have had it priced. So I did spend $5.50 on it, which probably doesn't sound like a lot to most people, but for me, that's a lot. I usually have a really low cost of goods. But I bought this on vacation. I was in Roanoke with my husband. It was actually a work trip, not really vacation. My profit is $14.96. So this is one of those things like, if I could find things that flipped in 10 days all the time and still would make my profit goal, I would happily pay $5 over and over and over again for 100% linen, brand new with tags, Chico's shirts, right? I would continually do that. But usually I'm finding things that take much longer to sell and have, you know, even though 25% doesn't seem like a very high sell-through rate, just with my experience, like I said, I feel like I'm repeating myself. Probably because I am repeating myself. Anyway, my profit for the day was $57.63. Even taking all those offers, I still did not make my goal of $67 per day, but that's all right. Tomorrow's a new day. Just a few more days. Actually, probably when you're seeing this, it'll be a new month, and fall is coming. So there's hope. All right. I have a list of would you rather questions, and I forgot to look at it this morning. So I'm trying to come up with one out of my brain, and I've got one. So if you're taking a trip in the summer and you're traveling somewhere, do you like to stay in, so it's gonna be like open-ended, a little bit more open-ended, more options than just two. How about that? Are you like a tent camper if you're traveling? Or vacationing? Are you a RV camper? Do you like to stay in hotels or Airbnbs? Or another option that I haven't thought of. What's your preference? We kind of go back and forth between, we're campers, we really like to tent camp and enjoy that. But if we're going somewhere out of state, we've never camped out of state, but we, I can't think this morning, I'm sorry. We usually, if we're going out of state and staying somewhere like for a long time, we'll do an Airbnb. I do not like hotels very much at all. We do have to do hotels like when we're traveling for my husband's work, and we've had some really good experiences in hotels, but we've also had some just really bad experiences with hotels. I don't mind it as much if it's just me and my husband, but when there's kids involved, it just feels like there's not enough space, and inevitably like the pool's broken, and so there's like nothing for them to do. So we really enjoy Airbnbs when we are like vacationing, non-camping. But when we're camping, we like to do a tent. We're gonna do something soon here that's just a little out of the ordinary for us, and I'll tell you about it when we get back. But I'm real excited about it. It's gonna be fun. But I think that's it. So like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining me. Oh, it cooled off here. We had a major storm last night, and the temperature dropped, like, I'm not joking, at least 20 degrees. It is lovely. It's so great. Did it drop where you are? Because the heat and the humidity was about to get to me. But now I just want to be outside all the time. So anyway, thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you soon.